Hello, my creative grade 2 artists. Insects are the largest family of living animals on the earth with millions of species. But some common ones you may know are beetles, butterflies, ants, and bees. Beetles have hard shells and come in many colors. They're one of the largest groups of insects. Butterflies are colorful and have beautiful wings. They love to sip nectar from flowers. Ants are tiny but super strong. They work together in groups called colonies. Bees are important pollinators. They help flowers grow by spreading pollen. Insects are everywhere and play an important role in our world. They help plants grow, pollinate flowers, and even break down waste. Today, though, we will focus on the parts of an insect and their symmetrical shapes. Insects have three main body parts: the head, the thorax, and the abdomen. The head is where insects' eyes, antennae, and mouth are. The thorax is the middle part and helps the insect move. It has legs and sometimes wings. And the abdomen, this is the back part. It helps with digestion and laying eggs. Let's build our own unique species of insect together with symmetrical paper folding. Like last week, we are going to be folding our paper and cutting symmetrical shapes. Take a look at all the different parts that we need for our insect. We are going to start today with the head, thorax, and abdomen using some simple shapes. You will have a large leaf with your name, class, and number on the back. Please fill that out before going ahead and accessing some of your colorful paper for your folding and cutting. Today you'll have a range of size papers, small, medium, and a bit larger. For the head, let's begin with one of the smaller papers. Remember, when we make a symmetrical shape, we first fold our paper, then open it back up, draw our open shape on the fold, and then fold it to cut. I'm going to set this to the side because I think I can also use this one to make some antenna or other details for my insect later. For right now, I've got the head of my insect. Now moving on to the thorax. Again, today we are folding to make our papers symmetrical shapes. So always begin by folding your paper. Once I'm done with my head, thorax, and abdomen, I am able to glue those shapes down. One thing that I like to do to make sure that all of my shapes are lined up is actually line up the fold of my leaf with the fold of my head, thorax, and abdomen. So all those lines are on top of each other. And maybe even overlap my shapes a little bit to create some depth for my insect. The next part of my insect that I should focus on is the 6 legs. In fact, our insects, because they have 6 legs, are part of the insect family. Whereas spiders that have 8 legs are not actually insects, they are arachnids. So today we are going to be folding and making 6 legs for our insect. Feel free to make your insect legs real simple or a little bit more complicated like these legs. Let's look at both options. So as I fold my paper, open it up, and I'm going to start with a simple leg. All I do is a little upside down check mark and then make it a shape. 1, 2, and I'm going to do a third one. But for my third one, I'm going to make it just a little bit more complicated. I'm going to make a check mark with a little pointy on the end. And maybe some spikes along the edge. Now you'll say, Mrs. Shorgen, there's only 3. I need 6. Well, guess what? When we fold it to cut them, we are going to then cut them up the middle and have 6. I've got my legs. When I open them up, they kind of turn into little M's, but like I said, we are going to snip them on the line and break them into 2 different parts. So now I easily have my 6 legs. And our legs always go on the thorax. They never go on the abdomen. Next, let's work on some things like eyes, antenna, and maybe even a proboscis or tongue, which is used to extract nectar from flowers. For these objects, I actually like to use some of my scrap paper because I can still cut a symmetrical shape very easily, especially when my paper is folded. So for example, I'm using the scrap paper from my abdomen to cut my 2 eyes. I can also use my scrap paper from my thorax to cut my antenna. If I'd like to give my insect wings, I can take one of the other papers and just draw a teardrop shape like this to create some wings. Of course, you can give your insect very unique wings. Remember, we are creating our own species of insect today. Finally, to add depth to our work, it would be incredible for you to add some designs to your insect. Many different insects have different types of patterns on their shell's exoskeleton. Okay, boys and girls, I hope you have a very creative day making your own species of symmetrical insect.